Welcome to AmA Media. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Thank you and much love.
The Seven Sisters, known as the Pleiades in Greek astronomy, are a central and sacred narrative in many Aboriginal Australian cultures. This Dreamtime story is one of the most widespread and significant myths in Australia, with hundreds of different versions across various language groups. It is not just a tale but a songline, a map of the land and a way of passing down knowledge about creation, culture, and survival. The core narrative. The general story is about a group of seven sisters who are beautiful ancestral beings. They are constantly pursued by a male figure, often a man or a powerful sorcerer, who is represented by the constellation Orion, or another prominent male constellation. The narrative is about their flight from him across the land, and in some versions, they are accompanied by a group of dogs. The man's obsessive pursuit is often driven by a desire to possess or marry the sisters. The Seven Sisters, known as the Pleiades in Greek astronomy, are a central and sacred narrative in many Aboriginal Australian cultures. This Dreamtime story is one of the most widespread and significant myths in Australia, with hundreds of different versions across various language groups. It is not just a tale but a songline, a map of the land and a way of passing down knowledge about creation, culture, and survival. Esoteric and symbolic meaning. The Seven Sisters story is a rich tapestry of esoteric and practical knowledge. 1. Creation and geography. The story explains the creation of the land. As the sisters flee, they create geographical features in their way. A waterhole might be where they stopped to drink, a rock formation where they rested, or a particular plant where they sought refuge. These features become sacred sites, linking the myth directly to the physical landscape. The story is a cosmological map that connects the stars to the earth, making the sky a living part of the ground. 2. Celestial navigation and knowledge. The tale is a practical guide for navigation and seasonal change. The position of the Pleiades and Orion in the night sky signals different times of the year, informing people about when to hunt, when certain plants will bear fruit, or when to move to a new location. The stars are not distant, they are a living calendar and compass. The story of the sisters' flight is literally a map of the land, with the stars serving as markers for specific locations and journeys. 3. Moral and social lessons. The myth also serves as a powerful moral teaching. The man's relentless pursuit is a warning against obsession, inappropriate behavior, and a disrespect for women. The sisters' unity and their eventual escape into the sky highlight the power of female strength, community, and solidarity. It teaches about appropriate social relationships and the consequences of violating cultural norms. In some versions, the sisters are pursued for their knowledge, and their flight is a way of protecting that sacred information from those who are not worthy of it. 4. The sky and the earth. The most profound esoteric meaning is the belief that the sky and the earth are interconnected. The stars are not just lights, they are ancestral beings who continue to live and interact with the physical world. The sisters' existence in the sky is an active part of the earthly plane. They are the spiritual guardians of the land, and the people are their descendants. This worldview creates a deep, spiritual bond between the people, the land, and the cosmos. The story of the Seven Sisters and Orion. In the dreaming, a long, long time ago, there were seven beautiful sisters. They lived and moved together, traveling across the land, singing and dancing. They were celestial beings, but they walked the earth. The sisters were pursued by a powerful and persistent man, a sorcerer from another land, who was known as Orion. He was enchanted by the sisters and wanted them for himself. He relentlessly followed them, trying to catch them, but the sisters were clever and always stayed one step ahead of him. As they fled, they created the land. Where they danced, a billabong was formed. When they ran across the desert, their footsteps created dunes. When they stopped to rest, they created rock formations and caves. The man, in his pursuit, also created features in the landscape. Where he stumbled, a mountain was formed. The youngest of the sisters, who was the most innocent, was almost caught by the man. He was very close, but her older sisters, with their quick thinking, helped her escape. Tired of being pursued and wanting to find a safe place, the sisters finally decided to escape the man forever. They climbed the highest tree and ascended to the sky. As they were rising, the man, in his final attempt to capture them, grabbed one of the sisters and pulled her down, leaving her as the last star in their constellation. In some versions, he manages to capture one of the sisters, and she is forever held captive, with her sisters watching her from a distance. But most of the time, the sisters successfully escape. They became the constellation of stars known today as the Pleiades. The man, Orion, with his 3 dogs, is still in the sky, still pursuing the sisters across the night, forever looking for them but never able to catch them. And so, the sisters continue to dance across the sky, reminding the people on the earth of their journey and how the land was made.
Garantangi. Till the next video.